ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद जय। प्रभु आपको लाल नोट है। That's my Gurukul note. Oh, very precious book. Yeah, everywhere I carry this. Thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayana Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtapraye Subhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shlokir Bhaktir Bhavati Naistikim Yasham Vasuriyamanayam Krishna Paramapurushet Bhaktir Utpadate Pumsa Shokamoha Vayapaham. So Srimad Bhagavat will be continuing with the subject matter of. Can anyone just recap what we did last week?
Jnana Vairagya. That's all.
With bhakti.
Bhakti.
Bhakti followed by Jnana and Vairagya.
So what was the summary of last class?
So we that in Vrindavan Bhakti prospers.
Okay.
And then from Jnana Vairagya they went to Narayana Muni and they became enlightened.
Okay. So maybe somebody can help with this. Say that somebody has just come for class today.
Oh, okay.
Just say somebody just here today, and you want to just in 3 minutes let him understand. What if you just say, Jnana Vairagya went to Vrindavan, they fell out of consciousness. Maybe the complete story is not known there. So something, all the devotees that are here are very educated. So when somebody says summary of something, means it has to be so short that it does not take any time from today's class, and it has to be so precise that everything of last class can be understood. Isn't that what called the summary, isn't it?
Right.
Okay, somebody?
Executive summary. Well, Bhakti was born in
You have 3
South
minutes.
India. Bhakti was born in South India. Then it went to Dwarka. Dwarka it grew up and it had 2 children named Gyan and Vairagya. From there it went to Vrindavan. As soon as Bhakti landed in Vrindavan, both the children became like ketchup. They were very, very ill, very, very sick, because Vrindavan is the seat of Bhakti. So prayers were made that please enliven these 2 children also.
Prayers were made, or was it a conversation with somebody?
Conversation with somebody.
And who was that conversation person? Nothing, yes.
Nothing.
So I can help you out from there now. So the point that we made yesterday was basically a glorification of Srimad Bhagavatam. Who is this Srimad Bhagavatam meant for? Who is it meant for?
For all of us.
It is meant for all of us.
Parikshita.
But maybe all of us are not looking for Srimad Bhagavatam. That can be the case also. It is meant for everyone, but not everyone is looking for it. It's just like, if you come in across with something that you are not actually looking for, will you give importance to it? So basically, is everyone looking for Bhagavatam? Or else? Is it, as we will be discussing today a little bit, on those topics, is it something else that we are looking Srimad Bhagavatam, but we understand that हो सकता है कि भागवत से मिल जाए. कभी होता है ना कि सीटामोल खा करके एंटीबायोटिक का काम करे. कभी ये सोचते हैं जो पूर्ण ज्ञान नहीं होता है, गोलियां होती है, तो इस बार क्यों नहीं कि सीटामोल को ट्राई करें जबकि एंटीबायोटिक की जरूरत है. एंड सम पीपल दे अंडरस्टूड, उनको पता रहता है कि सीटामोल की नहीं है, एंटीबायोटिक की ही जरूरत है और वही ले लेते हैं और कुछ नहीं. कभी कभी कृपा से, although you are not looking for it, but somebody, because of somebody's mercy, you got it. So Prabhupada, एक बार उनको पूछा जाता है, he's been asked, अब सब लोग हिंदी भी थोड़े, सब लोग समझते हैं थोड़ा हिंदी तो प्रभुपाद को पूछा जाता है क्या पाश्चात्य देश में जन्म लेकर के जब कोई भक्ति के गुण नहीं होता है और भक्ति लेने का कोई उपयुक्त अधिकार भी नहीं था हमारे पास, तब भी हमको भक्ति मिल गई, क्या हम भक्ति के भागीदारी थे? Were we qualified to get भक्ति? तो प्रभुपाद को ऐसा पूछा जाता है. Then Prabhupada says, no, you are not qualified. I gave you the qualification. So sometimes it becomes the kripa of other. Therefore the devotees are known as Daya Kurvanti Sadhava. They are the ocean of mercy. Isn't it? When the ocean comes, it sweeps everyone down. You just have to stand in the track where the ocean is going to come from. If you are putting yourself into the right place. Therefore Krishna says in Srimad Bhagavatam, first part, Satam Prasangam Mama Virya Sannidho. यदि आपको ऐसा लगता है कि आपको भक्ति करने में बहुत कठिनाई हो रही है, if you feel it is being very hard for you, okay, and all the sadhanas are too hard for you, you don't want to even do the sadhanas, why not just place yourself into a position where somebody practices sadhana, when somebody who is practicing the sadhana comes across and sweeps you down. That's how the bhakti works most of the time. So the summary that we are trying to make yesterday was how that this Kali Yuga, there are no other sadhanas, neither by jnana, nor by karma, vairagya, nothing can grant us what we are looking for. As Srimad Bhagavatam will hear today. So only bhakti. And where do you get that bhakti? Where is the Kshetrama bhakti? Where is the bhakti nourished? In Vrindavan. Okay? And all the stories that we heard connected to that. Now next one leads to, this time is bringing Jnana and Vairagya back to alive by the process of hearing of Srimad Bhagavatam. And today's session is how Gokarna, now you all know the story. If you have to tell the story of Gokarna and Dhundhukari, even that you know. What happened? Do you? आप लोगों को पता है Gokarna and Dhundhukari story? That Gokarna was born from a cow, he has like an ear of the cows. That's what the story was last time. एक गाय का बच्चिया की तरह जो धुंधुकारी था वो धुंधेले की बहन की गर्भ से उत्पन्न हुआ था, उनका संधि हुआ था। बात चला दोनों के बीच में, बोले कि बहन जी आपको गर्भ धारण करने में मुश्किल हो रही है ना, कि आप ये समझती है कि जब गर्भ धारण करते हैं तो बहुत बड़ा उदर होता है, पेट बहुत बड़ा हो जाता है, अगर घर में चोरियां हो गई तो फिर आप कुछ अपना संपत्ति नहीं बचा पाएगी, आप इधर उधर भागेंगे और कभी कभी हो सकता है कि आप बराबर कुछ काम नहीं कर पाएगी। जब वहाँ पर सुपर बोल का गेम चल रहा है आप जाकर दिख नहीं पाओगे क्योंकि बहुत दूर होगा, चल नहीं पाओगी। आई एम जस्ट गिविंग एन एग्जांपल। सो ऑल दिस थिंग्स कैन बी नेगेटिव इन योर लाइफ। सो देयरफॉर धुंधुली था गर्भ धारण नहीं करनी चाहिए। पति ने एक फल ला करके दिया था, बोला कि इसको खा लो और तुम गर्भ धारण करोगे, उससे संतान उत्पन्न होगा। परंतु उनके मन में यह दुविधा थी। धुंधुली, धुंधुली का अर्थ संस्कृत में रहता है हर एक प्रकार के दुविधाओं को उत्पन्न करने वाली स्त्री। जैसे कभी कभी इंडिया में बोलते हैं कि कैसी स्त्री है, घर में धुंधुली मचाती है, मीन्स डिस्टर्बेंस मचाती है। तो शी वाज द सोर्स ऑफ डिस्टर्बेंस एवरीवेयर। सो लेटर ऑन the sister of Dhunduli gave birth to a son, came and submitted that son for some grant of money. Said, अरे दूसरा हो जाएगा हमारा, आप इसको ले लो। But he became demoniac. Because proper samskaras are needed very much. What it shows here is there is no history, just like Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha. There is a history that explains to us why they became a demon. What was the history behind it? Behind Dhundhukari there is no history. The problem is the environment that he grew up. And that was the problem for him. Dhundhuli never interested in spiritual life. Never. Nothing. No purificatory process was performed. No namkaran was done. No proper annaprashan was done. Nothing was done. So therefore Prabhupada also says that in a lack of proper following of varnashram dharma, it gives birth to an unwanted population. That's what Krishna was afraid of in Bhagavad, unwanted population. If the parents are not civilized, then it gives birth to unwanted qualities through the child. So that's what happened with him. Dhundhukari did not get any sort of samskaras. So therefore he became a demon. Therefore he became an enemy of the house. And his father was tortured so much that he was suggested by Gokarna to take sannyas. Pitaji, go, griham tage, banam gaje, just reject this house and go to the forest. Because Chanakya says two things. Mata yasya grihe nasti, bharyasya priyavadini, aranya tena gantavyam yatharanya tatha griham. Mata yasya grihe nasti. If there is no affectionate mother in the house, चाणक्य पंडित says, माता घर में होती है, बच्चे होने के बाद भी उनको देखभाल करने के लिए उनके पास टाइम नहीं है, उनका अपना स्केड्यूल रहता है. No proper caring of the children. Then why did their parents give a birth to a child? Isn't it? The child has to be properly looked after. If mother has too many things, except for doing a work that is related to bringing up the house, that's a different thing. But otherwise, we hear of the people who lock their children in the middle of the summer inside the car and they go into the club and they are drinking, whole day. By the time they come out, the child is, either unconscious or he is taken by the police. Those type of things. That means immaturity. So Chanakya Pandit says, if you cannot give proper education to your child, and according to Chanakya, education not only related to looking after the body. That most of the time we understand, did you look after your child? हाँ, बहुत कॉलेज भेजा, बहुत महंगा पड़ा था उनको पढ़ाने के लिए, बहुत अच्छी तरह से दिखा उसको. Prabhupada says, if that's and right here, Chanakya Pandit says, if that's the only thing, if we consider being a father, being a parent, it is only a duty to give them a way of livelihood. Then Prahlad Maharaj says, then there is a problem with that.
Who is having a problem with looking after their body? Anybody? Prahlad Maharaj says, an elephant living in the forest eats about 1,000 kilos of grains or 1,000 kilos of grass every day. Is he having a problem? Or did his father spend so much money to put him in the college so he makes enough ability to acquire that much grain? Well, it's a question of Prahlad Maharaj. Is it sublime question? Yes, isn't it? So nobody has a problem with eating. As they are created to this world, the God has sent the way of living, isn't it? The bear sleeps for 6 months. He does not need to go to Sam's Club, Walmart or IK to buy, such a sophisticated bed that, he sleeps well for 6 months. No. We may hurt our back sleeping 8 hours in comfortable bed, but the bear has no problem sleeping for 6 months. So, what Prahlad Maharaj is saying, that's not what a complete requirement is. Yes, although the secondary requirement that are there. But main thing with Dhundukari, the problem was that no proper shiksha was given. What is the value of family life? What is the goal of human life? एक मनुष्य होकर के जन्म लिया तो मनुष्य का फर्ज क्या बनता है? Why this body with 2 legs? Why not the body with 4 legs? Anything can be done. Why particularly this one? So taking this, Narad Muni says only the problem with Dhundikari was because the parents failed to give them proper education, the value of character. Then he ended up becoming a big demon. In life he thought, the entire goal of life is to acquire pleasure. अगर उस आनंद को पाने में कोई बाधक सिद्ध होता है तो क्या करें? मार डालो. What is the demoniac concept? According to Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. इदम आद्य मया लब्धा इमं प्राप्स्य मनोरथम इदम अस्ति इदम अपि मे भविष्यन्ति पुनर्धनम असो मया हता शत्रुर आनिष्य चापरानपि ईश्वरहम अहम भोगी शिरोहम बलवान सुखी. He says this is the demoniac concept of life. Idam adya. I have earned so much today. Idam adya maya labdha. And how did I earn? Because I worked very hard. Imam prapshe मनोरथा. और ऐसे ही मेहनत करते रहूंगा तो और भी मिलेगी. इदम अस्तिदम अपि में भविष्यन्ति पुनर्धनम. अगर हमारे जीवन में आनंद और हमारे जीवन के बीच में, if anybody lands in between the ananda and my life, also he must be destroyed. Shatru, because he is my enemy. He is bringing a problem to my satisfaction. And why should I become happy? Why should it be you? Because the entire society is rounded around me becoming happy. The store should put everything in such a way that I should become happy when I go in. So whole life is about making ourselves the center, isn't it? What is within for me? What makes me happy? Now in order for me to become happy, if millions of slaughterhouses should be open, that's okay, isn't it? If 10,000 people should be jobless just for me to get one good job, that's okay also, no problem. The society is circled around that. I mean, everyone works for that, isn't it? So, this is a demonic mentality. So that was the problem. When that comes, one does not even consider about his own family life. His parents, isn't it? Sometimes, I mean, we see in subtle way, even as, from Bharat's background, sometimes when the life becomes too complicated and things become too expensive and, sometimes maintaining old parents means putting an extra burden on me that I can't acquire what I want because them being with me simply creates my expense, isn't it? So therefore, unko thoda side kar do. So India maybe some people go to, some dharmasala they put into, not that because they can't, because they are becoming problematic to their sense gratification. So therefore they are not looked after properly. Isn't it? If that's the society becomes. Say tomorrow Prabhupada says that a wet stool should not look at a dry stool and say, tum to suk ke dekho, and start laughing at a dry stool, because tomorrow everything is going to be dry, isn't it? Today's young generation is going to be tomorrow's old generation. So, if that's the way that you want to be treated tomorrow, isn't it? हर बार हाथ में बल नहीं होती है, पाव में बल नहीं होती है, पाव कट जाता है, या रहते हुए भी कटे बराबर होते हैं कभी. So that was the problem with Dhundukari, that he brought so much torture to his father left. He killed his mother. Why? Because he was maintaining prostitutes in his house, and the demands of prostitutes were so much that he thought keeping my parents and prostitute together is not, affordable for me, so therefore who should go? Prostitute or parents? Who went?
Parents.
The parents went. Okay? So that is tomorrow. When Dhundukari became weak, that working for 10 years, 15 years, maintaining the prostitute, he became weak. Then the prostitute actually made a decision. Now who stays in this house? Us or Dhundukari? Then what did the prostitute do? They killed Dhundukari also. So the time came. So that was what is happening there. So next, as he was killed, he roams around as a ghost. Meanwhile, Gokarna, who was born of a cow, who looked like a human with the ear of the cows, he had gone to Tirthasthans. And one day, wandering through those holy places, he came to the place where his old house was, where Dhundukari had left his body. So when he came here, he asked the villagers, I'm looking for a place to stay overnight. I'm just traveling around, just going from different holy places, and today it happened that I'm here. Can you tell me where I can live? They said, well, this village is empty now. People have all fled away because this ghost has haunted the entire village. And he's causing a big problem here. So therefore, who is this ghost? So they said, well, it is a person called by the name of Dhundukari who is wandering around. So he says, let me go and stay in this place then. So he goes to the village. At night, Dhundukari comes, sometime in the form of an animal, sometime in the form of a human. In that way, disturbs the whole night of Gokarna. And sometimes he is howling, sometimes he is crying. So Gokarna, he asked, what happened? Who are you? Why are you not presenting yourself before me? Come and see me. What is the problem? Then he cried out, he's saying, I'm your brother. My name is Dhundukari. And because of my sinful life that I have lived, neither I am given a space anywhere, nor the Yamraj, the death personification, has any space for me. So therefore I am wandering around suffering, trying to find some type of relief somewhere. So therefore, my dear brother, by birth, you are very religious. You love the Ishwar, you love Lord Krishna so much. Maybe by your mercy something can happen to me. So then Gokarna said, okay, I will go around, I will find out from people. I will meet some sadhus on the way and ask them that this is the situation here. And what is the way that you can be delivered? I will find out that, let me. So he went and he met Narad Muni. He said, what is the procedure? How is it possible that I can deliver this most wretched brother of mine, Dhundukari, who is now suffering in the form of a ghost? Can you tell me? Batao? Aap bataiye kuch. So he said, by the process of hearing of Srimad Bhagavatam, to make it short because it's a summary right now. So, by the process of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, all the misgivings within the life of everyone can be removed. So therefore, my dear Gokarna, collect all the devotees and I would come there to speak about it. I can be the Bhakta. So right Bhakta is always very important. So Narad Muni teaches that a Bhakta of Srimad Bhagavatam, this is not like a prostitution. As Narad Muni says, speaking of Bhagavatam is not like a prostitution that you sell Srimad Bhagavat, you speak Srimad Bhagavatam, say you should give me this much money for speaking about it. That's a prostitute, isn't it? To make an appointment and to say, well, I want you to entertain me and how much is your demand? Say, okay, my demand is $10,000. Narad Muni said that should not happen with Bhagavat. Bhagavat should be freely given. So therefore he says, I can be the Bhakta for that. Don't wait. So Narad Muni came Then everyone were there. Many of the sages came to listen to Srimad Bhagavatam. And Dhundukari, because he had no form, he had no body. You know what is ghost? When we say ghost, means deprived of the
Physical body.
physical body. The body made out of mind, intelligent, false ego is there. But it has no swarup. Okay? And the soul, there are three things related to a body. The body is made out of 8 elements. What are the 8 elements that makes the body?
Chitta Jalpa, Gagan Sagira, and then
Just understanding language.
Ankar.
I can quote like only Sanskrit for all this what I am explaining to, but it doesn't make any difference, if you can't understand. So earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligent, false ego. That's what Krishna says. So earth, water, fire, air, ether. These 5 elements makes this body. Then mind, intelligent, false ego makes the subtle body. Then soul is neither part of mind, intelligent, false ego, nor the 5 elements that makes the body. It is different. It is called Sat Chit and Ananda. And it's a spark of Sat Chit and Ananda. Just like a spark of the fire is a spark of the whole fire. Although it has certain quality of the fire, it is not completely in quantity. So the living entity in some level has all the qualities of the Supreme Lord, but not in quantity. Now, because although according to Lord Krishna, the soul does not go through any changes or any type of suffering, but sometimes because of his close identification and relationship with something, just like the example is given. Say that mother or the parents, they travel to India or any other places of the world, and with them they carry 2 children. 2 बच्चे के साथ जाते हैं. The parents are fine, but the children need to go to toilet. They say, Papa, take me to the toilet, or Mommy, take me to the toilet. Now, is that your personal problem? No. But the children is too young. Because of your close identification with the child, wherever the child says he needs to go, you need to go, isn't it? Unless, you tell yourself, or you are strong to make a decision, look, you are big enough, go. You are already 15 now. You want me to come with you to the toilet? So unless you have a reason to separate yourself from the problem, you become the part of the problem. Isn't it?
Yes.
So the mother goes to the toilet. And it takes such a long time in toilet. The child does not come out. He starts playing around in toilet, locking himself inside. So what do the parents do now? They have to wait outside of the door. Even if the announcement is made, well, your flight is departing within 5 minutes, still you are trapped in there. Because of somebody who is very close connected to you is lost somewhere. Isn't it? Unless he is free. So therefore the scriptures say, although the soul, Atma, is separate from the subtle body and the gross body, both. They have nothing to do with that. But because of his close connection with the body, made out of mind, intelligent, false ego, unless that body is also delivered, the soul cannot go anywhere. So do you understand the explanation and logic behind it? So therefore, the purpose of Shravan and Kirtan is to always understand that me soul, as according to the Supreme Lord, because I am the part of the Supreme Lord. I have the quality of the Supreme Lord. And I can't develop too much attachment with the body.